The setup of the Gearstone Electric Scooter. I've got the instructions, I've got the little screw pack that came with it and the hex key, and this is exactly how it came out of the box. So let's get it set up. First things first, let's get rid of this. It's basically all connected together and all you need to do is secure it. So that's what we'll do. Obviously being careful not to nick any of the metal. It's very substantial, this, by the way. First thing that I'm going to do is put the upright up, then connect the handlebars. This just clicks into place, but there's a safety on it, so I'll show you that safety as I'm doing it. Right, so we'll get the handlebars, stand that up. Right, now you can see that it lifts up, but what you can't see is the little safety on this side. So if we have a look at this. Right, so you see this here, that basically moves to one side like that, so that then pulls down. And if I turn it around this way, you can see that it loosens it. So now we should be able to lift that up, pop it into place and close this back down. Or lift it up like that, I should say. And then that locks it again. So this isn't going anywhere because the tension is now on that. And you can't release the tension until you pull the safety lock off. So safety lock back on. All right, so just to show you again from a distance, pull that back. If you pull that out, you release the tension and then you can basically knock that out like that. Or pop it back, put the tension back on and put the safety on. Right, so we've got the upright in place. Now we need to put the handlebars on. And there's only one way that they can go. Well, it can actually go two ways, but you want it with the light at the front being at the front. So first thing to do is, let's get that blue cable onto the other side so it's not twisted over the black, like so. And we need to feed, just put my knee on there, we need to feed this cable down so that when we put the handlebars in, the last thing that we want is actually trapping any cable. And once that's done, it should just slip in like that. And now, if we have a look, we've got 2 screw holes on the side facing you as you're riding it, and there's also 2 screw holes on this other side. So we need to get those from the fixing pack. And it's this one, as you can see there. It's got the hex head in it, and that simply screws into, there. I'll hand tighten them all to start off with, and then just tighten them up with a hex key. Alright, so this is the smaller of the 2 Allen keys that you get with it. And what we need to do now is just tighten that up. So that's all 4 screws to be tightened. So let's get that done. That's it, all done. So just to recap, we had to set this up, put this on, and put 4 screws on. So literally, the only things that we had to screw were 2 screws on the front and 2 screws on the back. Now in saying that, I'll just move this out of the way so that you can see me properly, obviously using the kickstand. In saying that there's only 4 screws there, you do get more in the fixings pack. So the last thing to do is get this big boy on charge. So there's the power cable, this is the transformer, once I get it out. That's that. You also get a US or European cable there as well. But this is the one that we're going to be using because it's a UK 3-pin plug. Pop that to one side. So this is where the input goes to the charger. Obviously, because this is going to be going through water and everything, it's got a waterproof cap on it there. So if you raise that, keep that out of the way and just pop that in. And then last but not least, turn it on and we should start charging. And that's it. You can see the charging light on here, it's currently red, and we'll see how that goes after an hour's worth of charging. As you can see, when it's fully charged, the LED light changes from red to green. When you remove the charging cable connector, always remember to close this, because obviously it's wet out there and you don't want any water getting into the charging point. One of the things that I'm going to have to do is, so this is the disc brake here, and this is the caliper, and this is the brake cable. What I'm going to have to do is tighten the brake cable up a little bit, because there's about 1/4 of an inch play on this. If I just spin the wheel, you might be able to see it. And then it starts to catch there. So even though it may only seem a little bit, if you watch the handle here, you might be able to see it better. There you go. So we'll tighten this up just by undoing the cable connector there, pulling it through and tightening it back up again, which should make the caliper a little bit better. Right, so it's going to be around about there where we have it. Let's just zoom in and have a look. Maybe I'll bring this around, you might be able to see it a bit better there. So there's the caliper, and when you turn that, it closes onto the disc, and we just need to tighten that up. So you get supplied with an Allen key. Just simply pop that in, loosen it off, and it's gone all the way back. So we need to pull it up now, so it's not touching, or not quite touching. I think that is about it there. So let's tighten that up. Yeah, that is better, that. Right, tighten it up properly. So it's not going to stop. Let's just zoom back out again so that you can see. There we go. Perfect. Very quickly to go through how you put it up and put it down for commuting. So just press down on the back here, that lifts that up, and then you can raise it off. And press down on the front there, that lifts that up. You just put it over and it catches. Just lift it up then and carry it. Quickly run through the onboard controls. So to turn it on, just put your finger on this button and hold it in, and it comes on, and you can obviously see there your miles per hour and your battery. If you press this 3 times, the miles per hour changes to kilometers, like so. Change it back. If you press it once, you'll change to the speedier mode, and that just shows that you're in mode 2 there. Press it again to remove it, and if you press it twice, it turns the light on at the front there. So press it twice again, off, on, and you can see the indicator there. I'll just show you the app. If you turn on the scooter, go to City Sports, when it opens up, go into your Bluetooth, click on my scooter or whatever you're going to call yours. You can go into your settings and you can change things, like instead of changing it on there, you can change it from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. You can change the name that you've set up in it. You can have the cruise switch on or off. So the cruise switch, if you basically keep it at the same speed for about 10 seconds, the cruise switch is in. You can have, what I've got here is the push start. So instead of being on it and going like that and it actually moving, you've got to start it manually, and then when you press that, it takes over. Zero start to me, a little bit dangerous if you're a novice, definitely. So that's the app, and that's all the information that it shows you on there. And obviously you can turn the headlight on and off as well. Let's get it set up before I go out for a ride. So again, just press that down, lift it up, and then here, click it into place, pull that up to tighten it and lock it, and then move the catch round, and then it's going nowhere. So we'll turn it on. Again, just keep your finger on it. And when I turn the lights on this time, so the lights are on, but also around the back now, because I'm going on the road, you can see that the lights come on there as well. I'll just turn that off so that you can see it. So that's off and that's on. Right. So we've got the safety feature on where you've got to push start it, so it's not going to go anywhere by doing that. And if we take the kickstand off, get on it, push it, and then it's literally, we're off. So in review, it's fantastic. It does everything that it should do to start off with. It will do about 15 miles per hour when you've got it in mode 2. It's safe. I especially like the one where you've got to push off before it'll engage the motor. I also like the cruise control. So if you have your finger on it for, if you have your thumb on it for more than 10 seconds, the cruise control comes in and then it kicks off when you touch your brakes or when you touch the accelerator again. The brakes are fine. You see me going down the hill down there, they work wonderful. It will do up to 15 miles distance depending on the inclines and the weight that's on it. It's safe. You've got the light on the front, you've got the light on the back, so you can use it at night. You've seen me using it on the road, you've seen me using it on the pavement. I actually felt a lot safer on the road than I thought I would do, to be honest with you. The tyres, it's a hard ride, but your tyres aren't going to deflate because they're solid or honeycomb tyres, whatever you want to call them. You've got your bell. It's quick to charge. The app is useful. I don't know if I'll be using it, but it's certainly useful to do the settings anyway. And you can also track where you've been on it as well. If I was still working in Manchester, commuting every day on the train, this would definitely be going with me because it was about a mile to the office. Doesn't take up much space on the train, and to be able to just jump off, set it up quickly and be on your way, and then also coming back, fantastic. It's about a mile to the train station. Going on this to the train station, gone like that instead of a 20-minute walk. So yeah, definitely a recommendation from me. It's fun.